Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Ken's Questions. Of course, I am your boy Ken from Hits, Cuts, and Bruises. But we on location tonight. You know, you might notice that we got a beautiful young lady on the other side of me, but it ain't her turn yet. We need to recognize where we at. Lucy, I'm gonna let you introduce yourself in just a moment.
Okay.
So we are coming to you from an incredibly favorite spot of mine. I've said it many, many times. We've shot in multiple episodes here. Y'all will notice the background with the subway, which is a shout out to, of course, one of my favorite cities, New York. How y'all doing? But we're in Boulevard Subs because, you know, that's what that subway represents. And, of course, we're right here in the heart of downtown Riviera Beach, which I like to refer to my hometown. And thank you, everyone, for tuning in. But I would like for someone who owns this establishment, who allows me to come in here and abuse him sometimes and treat him all kinds of ways, as he said like 30 seconds ago. He ain't gonna say it again. But Mr. Shed Langer, the owner, proprietor, the food extraordinaire, the one who keep me chunky, Mr. Shed Lang, a Boulevard Subs. I'm gonna turn this microphone and this camera over, so we're gonna let him introduce himself and why y'all should come down here and get something to eat.
Okay. So, now I normally don't do this, but I'm gonna put you on the spot. Only reason I'm gonna point this out because everybody makes this mistake. It's not a subway. It's the bridge. It's the Singer Island Bridge. Hence the reason why I'm paying homage to Riviera Beach. We don't have subways in Riviera Beach.
My bad.
But everybody says that, so it's not just you. So I just want to make sure I clarify that.
Thank you.
Okay. So also too, I want to point out that you say you keeping this weight on you. That's because you eat somewhere else because our food are air fried. It's very healthy, premium quality. So don't think you're gonna come here and get fat because you don't have to be. We have some good quality food, and that's what we pride ourselves on here at Boulevard Subs. It's the quality of the foods. We don't buy the lowest grade foods. We buy premium quality. That's what you're gonna get. So think of our sub shop as like gourmet. This is the kind of stuff you're gonna find on Palm Beach or Worth Avenue or Hollywood Boulevard somewhere.
And I just had some delicious wine.
And you just had some delicious wine. And a lot of it is imported or it's black owned. So yeah, make sure you come check us out and come look at this mural. That's a bridge, not a subway, not a subway, and Riviera Beach. And we got some good quality food. So make sure you come check us out right here in the city. They can definitely call 561-370-3514 and place your order. You can also Google our menu and go ahead and check out those 5-star reviews while you're on there and see what people are saying about us.
Thank you. You go back to work, sir. I
That's
appreciate
it.
you. You know.
You got me on the roll now. I'm ready to talk about something.
No,
I love it.
no.
No? Okay.
Maybe next time.
Dismissed. Just like that. Wow.
Absolutely kick that. So now that we got the thank yous out of the way, let me go ahead and get the business. All right. So now back to my illustrious guest, Lucy. Would you like to introduce yourself as well as why you're on my show?
Well, Kenneth, I am here because we have a certain number of people in common
Yes.
and a certain thing in common. I started a podcast. You're the expert. So you came into the studio and showed me a few things,
Yes.
and you invited me here.
Absolutely.
And on my podcast, I go by Lulu, but Lucy is fine. And the podcast just came out of a conversation I had with my daughter, and she liked to say, "Mommy, you a bad bitch," but I can't have a podcast called Bad Bitch, or can I? I don't know.
You
So since I'm over 50, I said 50 and fire. She said, "You can't say fire. You got to say Fi." I said, "Okay." So the podcast is 50 and Fie. It's on YouTube.
Excellent.
You can also follow us on Instagram at 50 and Fie. That's 50 ANDFIE. Same thing on YouTube. And we're getting started, and we're hoping to have you back on the show because
Definitely.
when you came, You know, we had a lot of conversation, probably till
course.
like what, 2 in the morning,
Way, way late.
and didn't
I had to
record
be
a
to work
thing.
early.
Did not record a thing, but
No.
we had a good conversation. So, yeah, that's how I got here.
Excellent. So, when I don't open this up to a lot of people, you got to come with something to say. And of course, that night you proved it. And I was like, okay, let's open up these doors.
I didn't even know I was auditioning.
You were absolutely auditioning.
Okay.
Now, I will also link your page, your socials. I'll make sure I have that in the description for this episode as well.
Awesome.
So I want to absolutely thank you for coming on.
Anytime.
Well,
I got a lot to talk about.
that's what I'm talking about. So speaking of what we're going to talk about, the topic for today really is about time. It's about time that I'm, doing my show back regularly, which I will be. I already got my schedule. Bam, 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 bam. Got my guests. Bam, 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 bam.
It's about time.
It's about time. So these are things that if anybody out there has followed me, since I started in 2018, I started, then I stopped, then COVID happened, everybody was at home, and I saw people jumping on Instagram and just doing Instagram Live, and that's what I decided to do. So I got to the point where I was doing it Monday, Wednesday, and Friday nights at 10 p.m. And because ain't nobody had nowhere to go, like, hey, I might as well do something.
We couldn't go anywhere.
No, not at all. And that even with that, I guess you could say that hindrance, it helped me out a lot, but those shows, of course, Kenn 1. Also, I might change that to Kenn's Questions right now. Still Kenn 1 on Instagram. But of course, my YouTube has been changed over to Kenn's Questions. So you can only find me at that YouTube.
You got some good content on there. I learned some things because I binged it one
night.
night.
What you learned? What you learned?
Oh
Give
my
me an example.
goodness. So we talked about this episode and this must have been, I didn't even realize it was that long ago, where you were talking about Tiger Woods, and you were saying guys need a cheerleader, and when they are athletes like that, or they're people of a certain level in society or in business or whatever, they get a lot of attaboys.
Of course.
They have a lot of cheerleaders. They got a lot of followers. And then when they get home, they just that nigga on the couch. I was like, wow. Kenn really brought it. He really brought it home. Like when you get home to where you've been trying to get to all day,
of course,
you need to be treated like something more than just that nigga on the couch.
And
I understand.
And that's why even, going back all the way back that time, it wasn't a one-way street. I will say this 50 million times, and I told you this. Since the age of 13, every man be trying to holler. It's the age of 13, Y'all used to that. Y'all used to that praise. Y'all used to the, bam. A dude might say it under his breath, but he gonna say it loud enough so you can hear it. And what you gonna do? You gonna have that little smirk. You might not acknowledge it, but it's like,
we'll do like
yep.
this and keep walking.
Exactly. So that constant admiration, that constant that I still got it.
That women get.
Yes. We don't
Guys
have that.
don't get it.
We don't have that.
Okay.
And it really doesn't happen. It happens, but it happens after you become in a position of power. It happens when you become that athlete. It happens when you become married. It happens when you become, a leader of some type. You then have an outward appearance that then becomes attractive to women. Whereas, y'all aren't taught to be hunters. We taught to be hunters, and that's where that came from,
But it's got to go both ways, though. And this isn't the subject for tonight.
No.
But it's got to go both ways. I was reading something the other day about is a woman's, I don't want to say horniness. Maybe they said horniness. Is a woman's
sex drive?
Sex drive.
Yeah.
That might have been it.
Uh-huh.
Based on how a man treats her.
Yeah.
So
And what he does.
If you come home and you just that nigga on the couch, and I'm looking at you out of the top of my bifocals,
ain't getting nothing.
I don't feel like, you know. So we're still, you know, we still with y'all. We still for y'all.
Right.
But it goes both ways. You have to romance a little bit when you come home, because if I'm feeling good, you getting the good.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now we can move on.
But also, just to add a little bit to that, the sexiest thing a man could do for a woman is clean up the house. So, let's move on. I already know. So, time, right?
Time. I'm grateful for it.
Yeah. Usually it's time is of the essence.
Mm.
Time waits for no one.
Mm.
But we were discussing that time is a construct. Time is something that's made up. Time is an agreement. Time is something that doesn't truly exist. But you can be a slave to it, you know? Or you can be somebody that says, I can control my time. Mm-hmm. And, you know, let's talk about different aspects of what that look like. Let's and the way I want to do this is, let's start with wasting. The things that we do to waste time. Now, if you're watching this, you're not wasting your time. You love us. There's no wasting going on right now.
This is not a waste of time at all.
But you are, you know, even if you don't have social media, YouTube's a part of social media. Mm-hmm. You know, it is. I'm going to cut up this episode. I'm going to make shorts about it. And I'm going to put it in little chunks and, you know, drive people to my channel. That's the game. That's what it does. Mm-hmm. But wasting time, you know, you were talking about as far as being a grandmother and things like that.
Yeah.
So what to you is your biggest waste of time?
My biggest waste of time would be watching TV. That would be my biggest waste of time.
But what are you getting out of it? You got to be getting something out of it.
It's you know what? It's got to make you feel something. So right now I'm binging Found. Have you seen this?
That's the
show?
one with Mark Paul Gosselaar, and he's in the basement of.
That's his name?
Yeah.
I don't know.
He from Saved by the Bell. He's Zach.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
and the lady from Shameless.
Yeah.
The fine chick from Shameless.
Oh, that's where I know her from. Yeah. Okay. So I saw her doing an interview about the show getting picked up for a second season, and I always see it, and I never watched it, and I started watching it. It's a great show.
I've only seen a couple of episodes. I'm not a fan of flashbacks. And also, this the reason why it lost me. I think the age is too close, because they put him as being much older than her.
20 years.
You know, like.
She was kidnapped 20 years prior to, now he's in her basement. And spoiler alert, he's in her basement.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
But watch the show. The show is awesome. But you know what?
But they showed. I think they showed it on. I knew that before the show even started.
Oh, okay.
Because she came down there with a packet for him to read, even on the trailer. So that part, I already knew that before the show even started.
He's helping her.
Yeah.
With finding people.
In duress.
Found.
He's
Well,
helping her.
he seems to be enjoying it, I think. But your question,
Mm-hmm.
it makes me feel different emotions. So maybe it's not a waste of time. I'm tapping into some emotions.
I would think the reason why you would think it's a waste of time is because you're thinking of all the other things you could be doing.
Yeah.
So
That I should be doing.
It's like, man, them pile of clothes over there. But another episode of File for to come on.
Just let it play.
Let it ride.
Let it play. Let it play.
And that, that's why I wanted to point that out, because the feelings that we get from entertainment shouldn't be, negated. Shouldn't be, the guilt shouldn't come into it.
Yeah.
At all. Because, actually, now that I think about it, my sister-in-law, Christina, shout out to Christina. Christina made a post today, and she was just talking about how men are going to do what men are going to do. If a man doesn't treat you well, man don't check up on you, the man don't, see how you doing, take you out, basically be in your face, you choose to accept that.
That's what they're going to be.
That's it.
If they were like that when you met them, that's what they're going to be.
And, I think the biggest problem with that aspect, because it all goes down to time. Yeah, that's not just men, that's anybody.
Yeah, that's anybody.
that's not something that,
unless they really do some special kind of work.
Yeah.
If it's a bad thing that they are a bad person,
mm-hmm.
and they do some special kind of work on themselves,
right,
then maybe you can see some change. But I was telling you this too. I had a conversation with a male counterpart, and I'm going to have him on the show because he has a totally different perspective. He likes to say that actually this guy has already been on the show.
Yeah.
He said that if you meet a guy and he's doing a certain thing at our age, 50, 60 years old, that's what he's going to be. So if you accept that, don't go into that relationship trying to change.
It's a wrap.
And then I talked to another guy who said, we're not going to be in a relationship. We're just going to hook up. Let's just cut out it. Don't talk about marriage. Don't talk about none of that. At our age, let's cut out the middleman and just do what we want to do because we're adults. Like, where's the happy medium here?
I think,
where's my time best spent?
I think with that type of statement, of course he's full of shit, but he was trying to see what your reaction was going to be. Instead of coming to you and say, hey, I'm just trying to get some pussy.
Mm-hmm.
That's all he had to say. Not, well, at our age, we're
Let's cut out the middleman.
What's the angle? I've never understood that. It sounded like it was kind of at the beginning of the relationship, right?
Well, it wasn't a relationship. He's actually a really, really good friend, and it wasn't. We were having a conversation about the podcast.
Okay.
And that was his input.
Okay.
So he's got to be on the show for sure, because he had some more to say.
But we now, even with that, I could agree to disagree with somebody without totally, saying their opinions just sucks and they shouldn't have that type of opinion.
Yeah.
We kind of delved into that just a little bit earlier.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about Trump pussy ass, but we'll get to that. It's time, is what you make it, and I don't care what you do. It's up to you. It's your decision. It's your life.
It's your time.
And even in a relationship, that time comes with expectations. And I think that's where we get misconstrued, because I'm going to do what I want to with my time, independent of a relationship. And I think a lot of times, when you're in, that other individual thinks that No, I should be your priority. It's not about priorities. You know, it's about what I want to do. And that's the same thing. You know, it's now if we've planned,
Yeah.
that's a different story.
Yeah.
But there's no check-in. There's no, yeah, see? Uh-huh. That's why I'm single.
What you talking about? What you talking about, Ken?
There's no check-in.
So when you're in a relationship, the
Yes.
time that you're spending,
Yes.
there has to be a conversation. If you're in a relationship,
Yes.
there's a conversation. Okay, Ken has his podcast from this to this.
Yes.
And maybe she's at home getting Ken's dinner ready, or maybe she comes to the studio
That's
and
different.
brings Kid. I mean, but don't say that. Don't say that you do
Go ahead.
what you want with your time
But
when you're in a relationship.
now, that's what I'm saying. It's different strokes for different folks. Because no matter what, we've already discussed it. That's what I'm saying. The discussion is already had.
Okay.
That's what I'm
Okay.
saying. The check-in is the double check. It's the I'm making sure. Oh, okay. You know, oh, hey, on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I'm going to be here. Here come Tuesday. You remember on Monday when I said I was going to be at that place? I'm at that place, and I'm going to be at this place until 1 p.m., and then I'll be at the next place, and then I might check in, and then I'm going to call you back to make sure I'm at the next place. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay. Gotcha.
It's not a matter of disrespect. It's that the conversation was already had. It might be on the calendar. It might be a shared electronic calendar, you know, that you guys go. But as an adult, talking to a fellow adult, there shouldn't be, okay, well, are you where you say you're going to be? I witnessed that with my own eyes a lot.
Wow.
Because there's a certain lack of trust when it comes to
Yeah.
those type of relationships.
That's the issue right there.
And the time is allotted for. If I told you on Monday that Wednesday I'll be home at 10, there is no, well, it's almost 10 o'clock. Let me go ahead and call.
It's a call if you're going to be late.
That part.
Okay.
That's on me. And if I fuck that up, that's on me again.
Yeah.
But if I already told you on Monday
Yeah.
where I'm going to be,
Exactly.
and I'm going to check in.
Yeah.
You know, I think that just goes down to wasting time. It does, because that's a waste of time that I got to check in.
Well, and then if your counterpart is sitting around trying to clock, is he there yet? Is he there yet? And I'm going to call and check. What the fuck she got going on? She don't have a damn life? Like, she don't have anything to do?
But, you know, it's I guess you could say that. But, you know, it's,
You need a lot of trust in your relationship. So,
or get out of it.
listen, is there a, you know how these dating apps? Yeah, I checked that one. Thanks to your friend. But it lasted about 3 weeks. And my other friend said, delete that. So I deleted it. So you know how they have these questions, these
Yes.
matchmaking things?
Yes.
So do you have that for yourself?
No, I don't.
You got to have it, Ken, because when she shows up, you got to know who she is. That
This-
would save a lot of time.
But I've come to a different part in my life where I've had that list, and I've basically kind of checked. This person didn't check all the marks, and I dropped the bag. You know,
You got to be reasonable, though.
but even the
They're not gonna-
reasonability, why? It's like, hey, I tell my son, like who likes you. Don't go that route, because you're gonna lose out on somebody that might have been cool as fuck. Like who likes you.
But I can see you making somebody who's really, really insecure worse. So you need to depart from that. So even if she likes you,
Right.
if she's really, really insecure,
She ain't with me.
she can't be. She can't be.
I'm gonna sniff that out like in the first
Okay.
week.
So that's what I mean.
Yeah, I don't
mean
like
those different personality traits, making sure. Yeah.
Insecurity, you can find out insecurity from a walk.
Yeah.
For real. You know, that same example I gave of, dude saying, damn, I'm going to say it just loud enough so she can hear, but I ain't going to be disrespectful. Those are things that are reality, I had to train my eye to look for a wedding ring. I had to train my, because I'm like, damn, she finding that motherfucker. Oh, damn. Because it's a matter of respect. If you see somebody with a ring on, why would you approach them? You know they got a ring on.
You rotten.
Yeah, Now, if it's the other way around, but
If she approach you,
that message is not sponsored by anyone. But situations are situationships happen.
Oh. All right, situationships. So you want to do a time rapid fire?
Let's go.
Let's do a time rapid fire. How are you spending your time? And I think that comes in two parts: the quality and the amount.
Yes.
So the quality of your time, you can kind of forget about the amount if it's quality.
Yes.
Okay. So if you're on social media,
yeah,
you spend a lot of time on social media, what are you getting from it?
It's depending on what you're looking for. If I'm looking for big titties and asses, I'm gonna get a lot. If that's my purpose of looking at social media sometimes,
Okay.
like congratulations to my eyeballs.
Congratulations
and
to
my
your
other
eyeball.
balls. But it's really it's my job. I had to change the way I looked at social media.
Yeah.
Because I am, a public figure now.
Yeah.
I am someone that is accessible. I am somebody walked up to me and say, I like your show, or when the next episode,
Yes.
That happened to me a long time ago. So I'm way past that point. But even with me getting back into it and doing hits, cuts, and bruises, I had to re-immerse myself in this other world, and make sure that I was available to people.
But you're not only in front of the camera, you're behind the camera.
Yeah.
You're a production.
Yeah.
So that's why I didn't say social media when you asked me what was my biggest waste of time, because I have to be on it now, checking out what's going on.
It's your job.
Okay. You're spending time with friends. Is it quality? If it is, do you worry about the amount of time being spent? You create memories?
Now, I have a very tight-knit, close group of my guy friends. We just planned our what we call mancations. And we have 5 trips. We just got to put the dates. We already know where we're going. We already know what we're doing. We got 5 trips.
No women allowed?
No. Not at all. Because that's our time. Now, keep this in mind. We're not everybody not going to go on all 5. But the one that we make sure everybody goes to is fantasy football. So fantasy football, we already decided it's going to be in Vegas. And that is our guaranteed trip. That last trip, that's going to be in like August, September. But everything else before that, like, hey, if you can make it, you can make it.
Some of your friends are married too.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. No. And you have to have a wife that allows you. Remember, I said allows you, not let you. Allows you to have those relationships with your guy friends.
Yeah.
Because we need those breaks as well. We, you made a girls trip, girl. I'm going. He can't. That's where that trust comes in.
Yeah.
I ain't got to go on a trip to do dirt. I don't. I go to the store. I go to Publix. Right there at the bakery. She's sniffing bread. I'm gonna sniff it with her.
I can't
I'm
stand
right there with her. I can do it. There is no, there is no, well, I gotta make sure he don't go nowhere.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
It's not gonna work
Not gonna work.
at all.
Nope, they right there. So, are you protective of your married friends? Like, do you say, nah, bruh? Do you do that?
None of my business.
I do it.
I don't.
Like, if somebody approaches me and my married friend when we're out, I'll say it.
None of my
I
business.
say, no, she married,
None of my
no.
business.
and that's all they're
Because
gonna
you
hear
don't know,
from me.
You don't know the state of their marriage.
Oh, yes, I do.
I'm just saying.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
I have friends in open relationships.
It's
open
a no.
marriages.
She married. No,
Well, I'm just saying. I experience
because if she's
that.
not happy, get out. It's a no. She married.
You're kind of tough with it.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm not playing. Okay. If you're with your family or friend, or if you're with your family, are you showing up? And that means mentally and physically.
Absolutely.
So the quality of time and the amount of time that you're spending with family,
Yeah.
you have to be present.
Yeah.
So we don't consider that a waste, right?
So I give this example when it comes to family, and this going way back. PlayStation 1,
Ooh.
Gran Turismo.
Oh.
That game changed my life because as a lover of cars, and to know that someone on the other side of the world in Japan loved cars as much as I did, and just decided to get a team together and make this video game with 1,000 cars in it, and your objective was to get as many as you possibly can and race to get this money and get all these cars. It was a challenge. It's like, man, I got to get all these cars and collect all this money and win all these races. And I didn't see the effect on my wife. I didn't see the effect on my kid. I didn't see that. All I knew was I had to get all these goddamn cars. I had to get the cars, man. The cars was it. And so I made a deal. It was, y'all got to be asleep. As long as y'all asleep, I can play my game. So that was time.
Time compromise.
Time compromise. Absolutely.
Wow. So you have to show up mentally and physically, especially when you have a wife and a child.
Right. And even to this day, my son and I meet in Orlando to go to Universal because we have Universal passes. You live in New York, I live here. We meet there and go and hang out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. That's some good time spent. Let's see. So I was listening to someone talk about wasting time recently,
Yes.
and what he said was the worst waste of time is arguing or debating with an unintelligent person who does not care about the truth or reality and just wants to live in their delusion and be right. Spending time with this person is dumb as fuck. They need to be right, so leave them right there. Do you agree with that?
I agree with that. So what the internet has allowed is all levels of individuals to have a voice, from the lowest to the highest. And you're going to find somebody that's going to agree with you. And once you find that 1, 2, 3, 5,000 people that agree with you, you then think you're right. You be wrong as hell, but you end up thinking that you're right because you now have other individuals to say that you're right. Yeah, we agree with you. So therein lies the issue, and therein lies the problem. And also, common sense isn't so common. We live in a world full of opinions, and we have to allow them people to just be who they are.
Fly said that on his Instagram the other day.
What do you say?
He said, he met some guy on a plane, and the guy was saying he didn't like certain things he posts, and he said to the guy, oh, why do some people don't like when other people disagree with them? I'm not gonna agree with you. We're not the same person.
Yeah.
Move on.
That's it. Like, if you don't like what I do,
I have my own opinion.
Right.
Move the hell on. All right. So last one.
yes.
This is a double whammy.
Okay.
If you wait for the right time, you could spend your whole life waiting for the right time and never achieving what you're waiting for.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a double whammy, right?
Absolutely.
You're waiting, which is spending time, and the time that you're waiting never comes for you to create whatever it is you're trying to create. How about that?
I immediately think of God gonna send me my man. I immediately think of that.
But you sitting in the house.
Immediately.
You don't leave the house.
Yeah. That job on the way. The job ain't gonna come knocking at your door. You know, I hate that statement. Opportunity only knocks once. Not if you're in the house. Opportunity is everywhere else but your house. If I want to find someone for me, I can't do it in the house.
No.
I can't.
Nah.
You gotta be present.
It's very rare that they're gonna come knock on your door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know,
And they can't get in my community, so the name got to be on the gate, so they're not coming.
But those are things that people truly live their lives that way, and they think that, yeah, it's gonna happen for me. You know, I'm gonna win the lottery, right? Because everybody gonna win the lottery. That's why that's why it's so popular.
That's why it's $1 billion.
Everybody gonna win the lottery. You know, and a lot of times people say, "Well, that's a big waste of money." Not to them. That's a big waste of time. Not to them.
Not to
We
them.
all love the feeling of looking at them numbers. You get that, you log in to the Florida lottery, and it's like, ooh, I got one. Even that one that you got make you feel good. It's a rush. The endorphins are coming. We all got a vice. We all got one. And taking advantage of that vice is not a waste of time to me. As crazy as that sound, because like, wait a second, a vice could kill you. You know, people smoke cigarettes. Cigarettes gonna give you cancer. Okay, and you're down the way home. You're gonna die from something. We all gonna die.
Yep.
No matter what. You can try to prolong it as much as you can. We're all gonna die.
That's what people who smoke say.
Yes.
Gotta die from
Gonna
something.
die from something. And that's, you know, I'm okay with a vice. You know, my granddaddy, who's not here anymore, my granddaddy Philip, everybody knew, do not go and get granddaddy cigarettes. But he would tell me to go to the store and get him cigarettes. One, how do I tell my granddaddy no?
Can't do it.
You know? And it's like, that was one of my first lessons on, you know, hey, this man time that he got left. If he want to suck on this
Smoking
cancer
from the
stick,
hole in his neck.
If he want to suck on this cancer stick and go out like a rider, Granddad, I got you.
Wow.
I got you, Granddad, because
Yeah.
I understood.
Yeah.
I understood at an early age that we not promised tomorrow. We not. You know, it's unfortunate. I don't experience a lot of loss in my life. I lost a lot of relatives. And it, you know, the big reset that I thought COVID was, and I thought we would appreciate the time that we have here, didn't happen. That, I think about that every day. Every single day I think about that. How we got another chance at this, and here we are fucking it up again. It was the great reset for God to say, hey, you're not in control of this. I knock all y'all motherfuckers out of here.
Wow.
Today, I wipe this bitch out and start all over again. And what everybody do? You're not going to make me wear a mask. But you don't want your surgeon to go in there spitting in your lungs
Right.
as he cut you open.
Wow.
You know, these are things that bother me. And it's that little rage that's inside of everybody. You know, you might have a rage by everybody had a road rage and shit. My rage is just human fucking beings, especially in this shitty ass country and state. I respect countries like Japan. I respect them so much. It's clean as fuck over there. It's clean. They got a bunch of garbage cans everywhere. You walk 10 steps, there's another garbage can. You got to walk a mile before you find a garbage can. It's simple. When you go to Disney, there's a garbage can every 30 feet. It's either 30 or 50 or some shit like that. But you now have a place to put your trash. That's why it's so clean. It ain't them 5 people that walk around with that little stank broom and that, you know, the messed up dustpan. It's not them. It's the fact that you have a place to put your trash. That's why it's so clean. So,
Wow.
you know,
That's a whole different perspective.
we are very spoiled. We think that we are blessed in some kind of weird way that we live here in this country. When we're laughed at. We're laughed at around the world. You know, it's the emperor has on no clothes. Well, has his new clothes, you know, and we think that we tough shit, and they laughing at us. You know, like I say, I'm a car guy. There was no Acura in Japan. It's all Honda. They made Acura to sell to stupid Americans. And I'm saying this because I drive an Acura. But I know my Acura is a Honda Accord. I know this.
Wow.
I've never made the statement that my car is so luxurious, you know. I've never made that statement because I know the source. And I travel and I see the version of my car over in Europe, and that bitch got a Honda badge on it.
Wow.
Same car. Nothing's different. They might, you know, take out some leather and have some regular ass seats in there. Same car. But no, not for those stupid Americans, because we're going to buy it. The first Cadillac Escalade that they made, they literally took a GMC truck, changed the grill, kept the same leather that was available, changed the grill, changed the taillights, changed the badge, and charged, I think it was $30,000 more, and they made a profit of $10,000 on each vehicle.
How do you have all this information in your head?
I'm the king of useless information. I love it.
And well traveled.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. It's capitalism will eat us alive.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
They don't want nobody to be a socialist, you know, because how dare you help someone else? You know, and I know people be straight up just broke as hell and don't make that phone call. You don't pay it into a system and you won't call to get help from the same system you don't pay it into? Let all this shit burn out tomorrow. Well, hello.
Can I get my Medicaid?
I need. There's no shame. You know, it's like, oh, you don't want to be on welfare. I paid into it.
Wow.
I'm 50. I paid into it.
That's a whole
I need my money back. With interest. I need it back. You know?
Yeah. I'm with you on that.
You know, there ain't no shame.
Because we sure got it when my daughter was pregnant.
You know, and you have those individuals say, well, you can afford it. Not right now, I can't. Not when I know where the next paycheck coming from.
Nope.
You know.
Run me that Medicaid.
Do y'all have a platinum card that I can?
That'll make you feel better. Platinum Medicaid. We on platinum Medicaid around here.
I need an EBT with. Y'all got a plum EBT card?
The EBT black card.
I need all those.
That's another perspective.
It's 'cause I'm
So our time,
crazy. Yes.
how can we do better?
You have to find things that make you happy.
Useful things.
And be selfish. You know? One of the harshest lyrics ever by Tupac was "Fuck the world, don't ask me for shit."
Which song was that on?
Oh, was that Biggie? I don't know. Biggie, Tupac, one of them. I'm sorry. Now I don't think about it. Fuck the world, don't ask me for shit. I think that is Biggie. My bad. So y'all don't come for me. You know, you rap aficionados. I'm not. I've never been.
Oh,
one
they
to say,
coming.
Yeah,
They coming.
you dumb motherfucker. But when you have that mentality, you're happier.
Yeah.
You truly are happier because, yes, you have family to live for. I have family to live for. But at what cost? You know? Sometimes the moves that we make are in spite of ourselves to make someone else comfortable.
True story.
It's not about them. It's not about necessity. It's to make them comfortable, you know? And I had to learn that about lending money. I had to learn that about, you know, what I do with my time. It's like, man, you go to Orlando all the time. Yeah, my son now. I might have a hot day. I don't know. Hey, it is what it is. It's my time, you know? But people will put themselves in your shoes immediately without permission.
And without knowing.
You hit them numbers tomorrow, everybody gonna tell you what to do with it. Everybody. You're not gonna ask. Girl, first thing you need to do is get you out of my business.
First of all, they not gonna know.
But even that, you know, let's say it was a situation where, you know, you didn't know to put it in trust. You didn't know that you have the way to, you know, file it in that way. And even that, hey, anybody hit them numbers? As someone on watch somebody blow millions of dollars, move. But move somewhere where it don't cost a lot. Move. Do not
Let me take notes.
stay around your family.
We gotta move away from the family?
Do not. Unless they coming with you. Okay? I'm talking about your cousin that got the idea.
Oh, no.
You know what I'm talking about?
No. I'm talking about mama and them.
If you want to see your mama, you need to snatch her up
Take her with.
and y'all need to move. You never come back. You can visit. You can have people visit you, but you move.
What?
Because there's I don't know, I ain't gonna even look up the numbers. Y'all know it's a high number. But the vast majority of lottery winners are broke.
Yeah.
Because they thought the money wouldn't run out.
Yep.
And they wanted to what? Take care of everybody.
Yep.
I didn't win the lottery. We won the lottery.
I watched that was it a documentary or a real
It's
story?
a bunch of them. The lottery ruined my life.
Or the ones that died
Yes.
after they won the lottery.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's how I watched one of my old customers when I was in banking. He's dead right now.
Wow.
You know? And he's a human, you know?
Yeah.
That's what it all boils down to.
Yeah.
No matter what path it was. But if you don't learn from that, I learned from that. Learn from that big time.
I know that's right.
Because I know what it's like to want things. That's all it is. It's things. You buy that car, I don't care how much it costs. I bought this Ferrari for $2.5 million. If I jump on that bitch and I dent the hood and kick the door in, how much it's worth? It ain't 2.5. I don't care how much you fix it.
It's gonna cost you a little bit more.
Right. You know? And these are the things that, because we're hurt and we want we think that retail therapy, even though I'm I like to shop a little bit, but we think that retail therapy replaces the pain. You got to find the source of the pain. Where's the pain? Where the shit coming from? What make you grab that pipe? What make you just get rid of your whole entire family and get a new girlfriend? Where's this pain coming from?
Well, you digging into somebody's trauma.
That's what I saw.
Ooh-wee.
With my own 2 eyes.
Wow.
I wasn't in that man's business or nothing, but I saw enough.
Wow. To learn from it.
And to see that documentary and see how that man suffered.
Yeah.
He went from winning all his damn money to dead. And he suffered the whole time. There was no happiness. Nothing was happy about this guy. You watch his documentary. He might have been smiling. Tell that bitch what happened.
Yeah.
He bought a suit of armor.
Huh?
Yeah.
To do what with?
Have it in his house. It was sitting in his house.
Oh, okay. So the moral of this story is use your time to educate yourself.
Please.
If you get these big windfalls of money.
Yeah.
Educate yourself.
Yes.
So and this is the last thing that I had. And we had a conversation just before the show started. Where preparation meets opportunity. You spending time preparing so that when the opportunity presents itself, you're ready.
Yeah. You have to. Because especially in our field,
Yeah.
you're new to it. What I showed you here tonight was this ain't nothing. This shit been going on. This
I didn't know.
Everybody, they mama. I'm starting me a podcast this year.
Yeah.
It's a crowded field. But you do it for you.
Yeah.
I'm not doing this for nobody else. Do this for me. If I put out a good product, other people gonna recognize that it's a good product.
Yeah.
That's all.
For sure.
And the key.
People have no idea of the production that's going on here tonight.
That part of it is, and I always see how I can improve. I hate your headphones. I tell you that. I hate them cheap fucking headphones that I got temporarily.
Take them back when I'm done with them.
I'm taking them off right back.
Take them back.
They suck ass. But you just just something grab real quick. Like, hey, I didn't grab the Doritos. I grabbed nacho chips that's spelled with a CHPS, no I.
Made in Vietnam.
I got the great value headphones.
Ooh.
So yeah, y'all know I hate Walmart. I don't care if y'all sponsor me. I'll never go to that place ever again.
Cut that out. Cut that out. We need the sponsors.
Not Walmart. Walmart can suck a bag of dicks. I'm
Ooh,
sorry. Well, actually, I'm not sorry.
Ooh.
Just right quick, I'll tell you about Walmart, then we'll wrap it up. But Walmart, I lost respect for them as a company. What I was noticing was Black Friday. Black Friday was a choice for Walmart. You had a choice of, do I take this literally pile of shit, put it in the middle of the aisle, and rip the blanket or cover or whatever the fuck it is, and you watch these people behave like fucking animals. Walmart did that for years. In addition to that, those that don't have the memory like I do, there was a big fucking American flag in every Walmart that said, made in the USA. That's what it said inside of Walmart, because that was their angle. Hey guys, we are American made. We are from Arkansas. Arkansas, and we're just gonna open up all these little stores and take over the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened. But very, very slowly, those flags started coming down because that shit wasn't made in the United States because they realized how much it costs.
Mm. Wow.
You can't find it. You can't even find a fucking flag in Walmart that's made in America. It is what it is.
I don't think I ever been to a Black Friday though, cause that shit just didn't look healthy.
Right.
And I don't shop like that
Right.
anyway.
It's not shopping.
Yeah.
It's not. These are people who looking for the pain. These are people who are trying to get past something.
Mm-hmm.
I got my bonus at work. I can get this tricycle for my baby. It's only on sale one day during this one fucking hour that I gotta wait in this store. And I did it. I waited for a PlayStation for my son.
Wow.
Like a fucking idiot. And after it happened, I was like, why did I do this? I felt really fucking stupid. I felt horrible.
It was more trauma.
Yeah.
After you finished.
And it's like, why did I feel that this child needed this so bad?
It wasn't for the child.
It wasn't. It was for that feeling that I want
Yeah.
to see him opening the box.
Yeah.
That's what you truly boil it down to. I'm like, yes, I can't wait for him to open the box because I'm gonna be excited too. I'm talking about for years. I don't give a fuck if it's Christmas. Hey, your gift right there. I gave my son got his gift when he came down for Thanksgiving. Merry Christmas. Here you go. Love you.
How old
Enjoy
is your
it.
son?
He's 22.
Yeah, I stopped buying my daughter gifts a long time ago.
Well,
She definitely ain't getting nothing now that she got a baby.
He my only one.
Yeah.
He kind of spoiled.
Yeah.
His daddy did it.
Shit, I feel like we need to. Next episode is better health therapy. Let's unpack the trauma that we impart on our kids.
This is not a commercial for better health. They're in trouble right now.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
unfortunately, Yeah.
All right. What they doing?
If
They
you,
predators.
Well, if you try to cancel your subscription, there's issues.
Oh, it's a subscription service.
Oh yeah. So all they are is just aggregator. They're gonna connect you with a therapist.
Mhm.
That's all it is. But you go there, and
Gotta
those
do it
therapists
online.
pay. It's like Angie and all these other places
yeah,
that
yeah.
all
Yeah.
it is a group that agreed to
Mhm.
pay them to advertise them.
Mhm.
Thumbtack, all this shit the
Oh,
same.
yeah.
It's the same.
Yeah.
Nothing's really different. But they got in trouble for not allowing people to cancel their subscriptions.
What's our business model gonna be? Let's figure out a business model where we could have people subscribe to time. Let's get them some more time.
Ooh-wee. Well, they need to take the time to do it. It's free, y'all. It's free to subscribe. If y'all want more shit like this, man, I promise I got some wonderful things coming up.
Wow.
I've already done the episode with my son.
Mm-hmm.
That one will be edited by the world famous Farsky. So he edits all the Hits, Cuts, and Bruises episodes, commercials, things like that. What else you got coming up next? Besides me.
Yeah, I definitely gotta have you. And I just want more content from those of us over 50. And I'm not newly single, but I'm back out here in these streets.
Yes.
And I want to have conversation about what's going on.
Yeah.
And what are we seeing?
Dating apps suck. Them
Yeah,
motherfuckers crazy.
don't do that.
Them motherfuckers crazy, boy.
Yeah, don't
for
do that.
real.
Don't- That's a
First
a
date,
no.
you my boyfriend. No, motherfucker, I'm not your boyfriend. God
It's
damn.
a no. It's a no for dating apps.
Yeah.
But I'm on these other things, and I didn't realize that they were like hookup sites.
Like Tinder and Hinge?
No.
Oh.
It's Black Love. I didn't know. I thought, I was gonna hear different content, different people saying different things about. It's they trying to hook up.
That's everywhere.
But when you join a group on just like the other Black Love Facebook page, they're not doing that. So I just joined a couple of them just to see what was going on with black people.
Did you find out?
Because I'm pro black for sure.
Did you find out?
I think I did. I think I did. It's a lot going on out there.
Of course. It's a lot of people wanting to do a lot of things.
And it's funny.
On. Yeah.
It's fun. Right now, I'm laughing a lot.
But also, you're finding out that as you get older, we all strive to basically live in the villages.
Get out.
They just fucking everybody.
Leave. Get out.
They just fucking everybody. They don't care. They don't give a shit. They
My
just,
sister worked there. Yeah. She worked in that area.
Yeah.
And somebody. She
she
did a nursing contract up in that area.
Yeah.
During COVID.
It's trying to fuck.
And somebody told her what these loofahs mean on your car.
Yeah, the different colors. That's right. I know all about that. I study sex, and I study all aspects of it. So I am a student. And
you're a student of a lot of things.
Yeah, I'm definitely a student.
I need to pick your brain.
Yeah, those are things that, because you get to a certain age, you're like, man, fuck this shit. I'm going to do what I want. And we'll say my granddaddy wanted the cigarettes. Them old people want to ride around their golf carts, play golf, vote for Trump, and fuck each other. That's what they want to do in the villages. That's it. That's their MO. You know?
So are they the biggest, is that the biggest community of STDs in North Florida or Central Florida?
In the state.
In the state?
Because it's per capita. So, they take the amount of people that live there and the amount of cases that are reported, and voila, here's your number.
I don't want to live in the villages.
Why not? As you ain't fucking in the villages, you can live there.
Okay, if I take who I'm fucking with me, then okay.
There you go.
Okay. Then I did hear my cousin actually lives there with his wife.
Cool.
And I heard the amenities are amazing.
Yeah.
So
that's just it. They choose to spend their time in different ways.
Yeah.
And for me, that's why I study, because I don't judge. Y'all do what the fuck y'all want to. I don't care. I don't care. Fuck each other silly.
That's good. That's a good MO.
And that's what I said. They are older. They've lived their lives. They've gotten to a point where they are secure, and like I say, they don't find people. They found their people. That's all. The way I felt, and where I still feel when I go to Atlanta. I love Atlanta. It's home for me. I'm comfortable. I can let my guard down. It's chocolate city for me. And I'm not afraid when I go there.
You preaching to the choir.
I love Atlanta. So they found their version of Atlanta. You can go to a place where people don't judge you. I can fuck who I want to, do what I want to. And also, that's not all the people that live in the villages, but you have that probably higher percentage. So, hey,
that place is huge too, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all right. It ain't no,
It's like a city.
Yeah, but it's small. It ain't no big city. It's country. Ain't shit up there. Ain't like no high rises or nothing.
No, I mean the area is like its own city. They have everything there, right?
Yeah, it's a city, but it's still ain't nothing over there. Literally nothing. So yeah. So with that, shout out to the villages. Y'all keep fucking.
One thing they don't have to worry about is getting pregnant.
No, that's what. Even better.
Mm.
Busting all up in there. Shit. They having a ball.
That's just nasty, Ken.
I'm just, I'm just thinking like the villagers. Uh, so, one thing I learned is you never say that something is done when we're doing these. So, I won't say we're done. I'll just say, see you next time, y'all.
See you next time.
Peace.
Peace out.